All right, there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Art in the Morning. I'm Dee Dee, and I was telling everybody that's already here. I already said good morning to everybody, so I won't run through the chat list. But thanks everybody for being here. And I know, Paula. I know. So anyway, for those y'all joining us on the YouTube recording, this is a live show on Ustream with a live audience, live chat. So if you hear me talking to people, I'm not talking to myself at this time. I'm talking to people in the chat. So anyway, this is week 2 of the file folder fodder project. And again, it's really a very simple project. It's not as in-depth or as involved as the Alphabetica, which I've had a couple people request to see more of the Alphabetica. So I will try to do something on that, not today, but that and more in-depth on the original kind of file folder book that we made a couple years ago that everybody wanted me to do another version of this. And so that's what the file folder fodder is. It's different than this, but the folders are folded the same. And we'll either put it in a book like this, or depending on if you're going to want to continuously add more folders to your file folder fodder, then you'll probably want to do it in a box so that you can add more to it, because this is 13 folders right here, and you can see how big it is. So if you want to add more themes and topics to your file folder fodder on your own, which I encourage you to do. If you like holidays, if you want to do, and I do have another, I met a girl on YouTube that had an idea, and I'll give her link in a minute as well. So y'all can go check out her YouTube with another idea that she got from the file folder fodder project that she developed into another idea. So there's all kinds of things like you can do with these file folder. Just ask Carrie. I think we've painted hundreds of them. So anyway, last week it was nature. And also let me say again, and I will put her link in my description box. I'm not decorating these particular ones as elaborately as I did these myself personally, because we did these very lot more elaborately. And see how they pull out. This is the purpose of 4 pockets. So you can see this set here from a couple years ago is much more elaborately decorated than the ones that I'm doing now, because we have a guest artist doing the bulk of the decorating, and that's Packer Dye. So, and we all know her here, but if you're watching the recording, well, you know her on YouTube as well. Everybody knows Packer Dye. So anyway, she's doing the bulk of the prettiness for the folders. Let's move that up just a little. So I'm stamping the topic and the 4 topics on the inside of each one, and just adding a little bit of decoration on mine, because I really want everybody to focus on how they would decorate theirs themselves. And by the way, Terry, and there's just so many of y'all that have been posting on Facebook. And I also got a request to make like a Pinterest folder for everybody to post. I don't really know what's involved in that, and I was gone this weekend, so I didn't have a chance to really research it. When I was gone all day Saturday, and so anyway, um, I don't know what's involved in just if it's just me making a folder. You know who I need to ask? Julie. I know her last name's not Topaz, because Julie is like big in Pinterest, and Julie Topaz has tons of she has groups and all kinds of things. So I'll ask her what's involved in just making a uh, yeah, I think a lot of people would like just a folder to post their folders, their pictures of their folders on Pinterest. So again, I just have not had a chance to really look at it. And it's only 12 weeks. I don't know how, you know, I don't know about even making one. Make a board. That's what I'm talking about. A board. Yeah. make a board that's public for people to post their file folders. But again, it's only 12 weeks. So I'm not sure if it's worth it to do that, but I'll think about it. Hey, Z. So nature was week 1 last week. This week, wait for it, animals. So animals is week 2. And so I'll show you the fodder I have in my animal. And again, remember, just because week 1 was nature and we're moving on to week 2 doesn't mean you can't go back and add more stuff. You can continuously add decorations. I think that would, another thing that would be fun is to just add stickers. Just cover the whole thing with stickers, at least front and back. And then maybe decorate the pockets and everything differently. That's just an idea. I'm trying to incorporate some of my stamps, my washi tapes, just random things. If nothing else, it reminds you of the stuff you have. Even though you may not, especially like if you're like Paula or Rach or somebody that's got thousands of stamps, you're not going to put every animal stamp in here. But if you put one stamp on it, you will remember, oh yes, I have animal stamps. So you'll remember or think to use those things. So for the given part 1, consent, Bob, I must have missed something there. Sorry, Jeannie, something must have scrolled off. You can send Bob. Why is Bob familiar to me, but I'm not thinking of what it is? Denise is messaging me. Oh, she's in the group message with my mom. I'm on their group message, so when Mom and Denise are talking in message, I get the beep. So anyway, yeah, I know you get a lot accomplished, Lynn, when just going through all your stuff. Even though I'm very, I do have my stuff, like my stamps are in my, I'm one of those people that organize like with like. Her cat. Okay, that's all right. Thank you, Dane. I was gonna say, no, that's not her dog's name. Anyway, yes, you can put your cat's pictures in here. So, hey, Angie, my fairy treasures. So, anyway, just having a little bit of the fodder in your file folder fodder will remind you of the things that you have, regardless of how organized those supplies may be. And plus, it's just fun to kind of have things handy. So, this week is animals. I had a little bit of like a tiger striped ribbon. So I just put that on there to tie around. Now, depending on how you're going to store them, if you're going to put them in a book, then you're going to end up with the rubber band and they won't be tied around because you'll want to be able to open them in your book. But if you're going to put them in a box or on a shelf or something like that, you could put little tags on here, little tabs, and on the tabs you could have what it is so that when they're all grouped together, if you have a little tab sticking out, just like you would tab a book, if you have little tabs sticking out, if it's in a box, you could have it like this in a box with your tabs. You could even alphabetize them at the end of the day, or as you're going along, because don't just do what my topics are. You could make up your own as well. Then you could tab these and you could flip through them and find your folder the easiest, or leave the tabs. I close mine up so nothing falls out front and back. I washi tape the tabs and things to make sure that nothing falls out. Okay, so here's what I have in mind for week 2, animals. Again, I'm keeping all my make, find, have, and given like the same every week. But and you don't have to do this in my order. Whatever you can do it, whatever order you want. But one folder, one pocket for things that you make. One pocket for things you find. one pocket for things you have, and sometimes these cross over for me. Sometimes I find things and sometimes I have them, and so however you want to, do yours. It's yours. Yeah, you like the tab idea, and then things that are given, or you've traded, or you want to share. I just put given to kind of um, cover all of it, given, traded, or if you want to end up sharing with somebody, all that can be in the given. And you could write given, traded, share, however, whatever you want to do. So what I did is I have this set of animal alphabet stamps. So I just used some of those. There's a little raccoon, a little elephant, a little monkey, and there's a little Vicky BR alligator. And so I just decorated them just with a couple stamps. You can be much more elaborate in your decorations, like Packer Dye and Terry. And there's a whole bunch of y'all. I won't. I'm going to forget somebody I know. It's the reason I'm just mentioning Terry's because that's the last one that I saw posted. Uh, so anyway, people have been posting them on Twitter, and just sharing their folders. So, okay, so let's see if I missed anything. If y'all have any questions or comments, put them in caps so I know you're talking to me. Let me take a sip of coffee. Okay, so a few things that I have in the make. And what I did with the animals, I included fish. Now, I did not, and you could include it however you want. You could even make a separate folder for fish. I did not put birds in here because I'm birds and some other things. I'm not going to say what, but are going to be in a separate week. So I didn't include birds in here, but you can include whatever you want. I included fish with the animals. Okay, so I have these little tags. I put little twine, and I've been doing this every week. I like having a couple tags in my folder so that if I want to write some notes or something. And that's another thing too. Don't make sure that you have some kind of card or something to write things on, whether it has to do with things you want to collect, things you want to draw. You could have a list of animals in your animal folder of ideas that you want to draw. Now, I know this is a limited space. It's not as big as the Alphabetica where you put all your reference materials. The Alphabetica, which no folders were folded, they were just filed in a box and decorated for all your reference materials. That's what the Alphabetica was, and it was done alphabetically. And then we had colors, alphabet, and themes. And so you would file your reference materials in that Alphabetica. This is a little bit kind of a simplified version of that with a combination of collecting your fodder. All right, so then I have a little tag, and what I did here is I put washi tape. This is one of the animal washi tapes I have that my daughter Annie got for me at I don't know what store out there in LA that she got this from, or maybe she got it at MT Tapes. Let me see here. Because she sends me washi tapes and little paper things all the time because we both like that stuff. So this one I just decorated a tag with some washi tapes. I'll show you the washi tape here in a minute. These are some of the little color book fish that I had left over that I colored and put in my Dilutions journal, art journal. And so again, we've talked about using your color books. And so these are some of the ones that I colored and cut out, and I had these left over. So I made these, so that goes in the make. And this gives me it reminds me of the idea to use my color book. Okay, if you have it, it's just a reminder. All right, here's the washi tape that she got me. I think it was 2 birthdays ago. Yeah, it's MT. It's MT tape. So MT tape has the best washi tapes online, to me. Yeah. So this tape had little animal illustrations and little I can't read it, so tiny, but it's just got all kinds of seahorse, sea turtle, dolphins, and penguin. And then I think that's when it starts to repeat. So, but it's just really a cute tape. And that's what I think it was cutetapes.com. Is it cutetape.com that sells MT? I think that's one of them anyway. But MT is I'm pretty sure it's Japanese company. And Cute Tape, I think, is where she got it. I think. All right. And again, I found this ribbon that I had from, I think it was Michael's Halloween last year. They had grab bags, and I think this was in the grab bag. So I have some of that. So I use that to close it and to hold some other things here. Yeah. Well, because Annie gave it to me, so I remember. Okay, so in the find, and again, you're going to have all different kinds of find and haves. This was stuff in these things right here were things in what I had left in my ephemera that I had so much this kind of stuff that when I cleaned out. But I kept a few things. These are old Valentines, I think, from when my daughters were in elementary school. I think these were. I do have some their Valentines that I saved a few when they were in elementary school. But I believe these were some leftover ones. But they had cats on them. So I found those. I also found these old Chuck E. Cheese tickets. These have to be at least, I don't know if there's a date on them, but they have to be at least 30 years old. This is when I took them to Chuck E. Cheese when they were kids. That's how old these tickets are. So I found those. What did I find here? Oh, I just found this little octopus thing. I just put it in a little envelope. And some of the fun part of this for me is figuring out how I want to kind of organize it in little packs, in envelopes, and little bags, things like that. That to me makes it more fun to go through. Okay. Then I also found these two. I don't know where I got these from. I have no idea. But I found these two little koi fish. I just put them in, just stuck them in here. And again, I just wrapped up one of these candy envelopes. It kind of reminded me of a zebra stripe. So I used it for the animal. I found these old flashcards. So I found these old flashcards and I said, and you can find this kind of stuff at yard sales. And Denise, who has my list of things, so if she goes to yard sales or just is out and about, she has my list for the year. Don't try to bribe her. To help find me more things for the folders so that y'all will be encouraged and inspired, okay? So one of the things that she found me, well, no, I can't show it to you because that's one of the weeks. Sorry. Anyway, so these are some flashcards, like this little bear and a cat and a dog and an elephant and a fish and a giraffe and a lion and a little monkey and an octopus and a pig and a whale and a zebra. Okay, but they're just little kid flashcards. So I just thought they were cute. Now, another good use of flashcards is to make tags out of them. Decorate them. Put your, mixed media. Use them, because you can buy a big box of flashcards for like nothing. Hey, Eileen, who wants your list? You can find a big, pack of flashcards and turn them into tags. They're already cut. They're rounded. All you have to do is poke a hole in them and then just ignore what's on it. Or not. You could use, that as an inspiration. And use those to make tags to trade or play with. So that's in that little bag there. And again, I just have a little like that, and that goes in the find. Anyway, I hope that y'all have fun doing this. Again, it's the simplified version. There's nothing complicated about it. Very easy. It's just collecting fodder that you already have, find or make, or are given or traded. So, if you want to, trade anything, that's always an option. Okay, have. Oh, and I also had these little stickers. Okay, so I put a few stickers here and there too. Oh, and the other washi tape I had, and Annie did give me this one too. Let me see. Where is it? This one. Now, I don't know if she got this from MT. I think she got it, excuse me, from Cute Tape, but I don't know what brand it is. It's not on the inside. But this one is really cute too. It's got little farm animals on it. There's a little goose, little chicks, little baby lambs. Oh, I don't want to get too close. Little flash out. Some little pigs, squirrel, bunnies, raccoons, and then it repeats. And it's just like, it's washi tape, but it's got these cute little animals on it. So I closed up this end with that tape. Actually, it needs another bit here to close this up. So, yeah. Thanks, Eileen. Yeah, it's fun. And, it's just when you have all kinds of little things and you just don't know what to do with it, it's just a way to, I don't want to cover up that little penguin head. Let's see, how can I do this? Go this way with it. I'm going to have to cover it. Well, I guess I'm going to have to cover up that little penguin if I really want it to close up. Oh. So, and it's kind of difficult to, I cut my thumb cutting onions. Told y'all I don't cook. And yesterday making a meatloaf for Hubster. Cut right into the side of my thumb. So I have to have a Band-Aid. It's a little hard to do things here. All right. So in the have, I had these Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney playing cards. I don't remember where I got these years ago, but they were cute. And I like them. And I want to remember that I have about a half a deck left. I think I've given them away in different, I don't even remember where I've given them away. Um, yeah, there you go, Eileen. See, that's another thing. That's why I use stamps too, to remind me. Hey, Vicky, to remind me that I have this stuff, the stickers and the stamps. So even though I don't have every single thing I own in these folders, they're reminders of everything I have. So when I go to do something with a theme or a topic, then here's your ideas. So I had those little cards, and then I also had, this was from the Flow magazine. I just love this little envelope, little stationery thing. So what I did is I just washi taped it at the bottom and just kind of made it a little pocket to hold some stuff. So in here I put more die cuts. So you could use die cuts you already have, or if you could put it in the make, if you have a silhouette or whatever kind of cutting machine, or if you just stamp things out and cut them out and color them, and put them in the make. I just happen to have these old die cuts. I think they're from, I'm not sure if they're from K and Company or what, but I came across them going through my faux ephemera, and I said, oh yeah, that needs to go in my file folder fodder. So there's just all kinds of little fish and crabs and a turtle. And they're just so cute. I love these. I loved them when I bought them. I still think they're cute, but they get lost in my ephemera, even my ephemera that's very neatly organized in bags, and I can flip through it. I still don't go through it often enough, or I'll forget what's in there. So this just will remind me of other things that I have in that particular, drawer or wherever you have your stuff. All right, so I'm going to put that back in there. So that's in the have. So if nothing else, guys, if nothing else, even if you're not doing the file folder fodder thing, it's going to help you be inspired to remember what you have and to organize the stuff that you do have. Okay, so I'm just checking chat. Let me take a drink of coffee. Oh, did I miss somebody's birthday, Eileen? I know that Thursday, hang on, let me get my birthday book. We have two queens' birthdays on Thursday. Queen Tina and Lily. Their birthdays are on Thursday, okay? Just saying. So if y'all see them around, I don't see Lily around much. But wherever, if you see her or know her or talk to her more, her and Queen Tina have birthdays on Thursday. And Lori. Okay, where's Lori? Lori's not on my birthday list. I'm looking in the chat list. I don't see a Lori. Who am I missing? Somebody's going to have to help me. Everybody's saying happy birthday, Lori. I don't even see a Lori in my list. Can someone clarify this for me so I can, and if she wants, she's more than welcome to get on the birthday list and I'll send her a belated birthday card. Oh, Lorient is here. I don't see her in chat. Why am I not seeing Lori? Oh, there she is. Okay, Lorient. I don't have you on the birthday list. I'm going to put you on there. I'll get you out a card today. You're not in the list or in my book. I'm sure I have your address. I'm going to write that down and get you out a Sherry card. I'll get you out a Sherry card. So happy birthday. You'll get a Sherry. I'm going to send you out a Sherry card today. I'm sure I have your address. If I don't, please email it to me, Lori. Now, let me just look. Sorry, guys. Rabbit Trail. Let me get out my addresses and see if I have Lorient. And also, by the way, Mary Palm, if you're still here, I didn't get your address, Mary, to send you your APG Jamie win from last week. Let me look at Lorient. I'm looking in the L's. Looking in the L's. Yes, I do have your address. Okay, I'm pulling your address. Do you want to pick your card? Well, let's see. All right, I'm going to just pull the Sherry cards here. And see, these are birthday. I separated her birthday ones out. Let's see. One moment. Okay. All right, so I got your address and some birthday cards here. And yeah, make sure I can send you yours out today. Okay? You're welcome. I thought you'd like that, Vicki. A Sherry card. I know, I saw you tweet that. Okay, so let's finish up the folder. I want to do this on Monday mornings. This is week 2, and there's 12 weeks. I want to try to do it at the beginning of the show so that, and I will notate that in the YouTube recording, week 2, file folder fodder, and then whatever else the show will include. But I want to start the Monday shows off with the file folder so that if anybody can't stay for the full show or whatever, they can at least get their information on the file folder. All right, the given. All right, so some of this is given, some of it's traded, some of it I want to send out. Again, that's what the given is. Given, traded, share, you know, any kind of thing like that. That's what I file under here. And I put another piece of the washi tape right there. So postage stamps, canceled postage stamps, and some of these I even have left over from when I bought bags of postage stamps for art projects and art journals at Hobby Lobby. It's the only place I know. I'm sure there's other places, hobby shops and stuff that you can get this. But at Hobby Lobby, over in the coin collecting and all that, the baseball card sleeves, which, you know, we use for ATCs and things like that, sketch cards, art cards. Over in that section, they have a whole stamp collecting section too. And you can buy bags of international or bags in for here, US. So you can either buy a bag of US stamps or a bag of international stamps. They're all canceled. They're still on the little, like, here's an Australian one. They're still on the, now I'm not saying this one is, but this one could have come from Jen or Mandy. I'm not sure. Can't see a date on it. It's just, I can't see the cancellation. But anyway, you can find the coolest stamps, and it will remind you. You want me to make it a separate video? Do this as a separate? I can do that. I can make these as separate videos, like that are about 30 minutes. Okay, that'll be fine too. I guess it just depends. Usually I ramble long enough to make it at least a 15-minute video. So yeah, all right. So we'll just make this the file folder video, and then I will do another one for the rest of the show. Okay, thanks, Kelly. Um, so anyway, the postage stamps are also, like, this one has a kangaroo. Here's another Australian one with a kangaroo. This is just a little cutout from it looks like a stamp from a rubber stamp magazine. Here's this one's from Canada, and it's got some little baby sheep on it. Anyway, so there's some animals. And so I just got a little bag. So this will, if nothing else, remind me to go through all my big batch of postage stamps to use for projects. Okay? Yeah, links are open. Y'all can post whatever. Okay. Um, so to remind yourself to use your rubber stamps, your postage stamps, just a little bit of it in your file folder fodder will remind you of the things that you have, even though you don't put every single animal stamp you might possibly have in here. Okay? All right, so then I had these little, uh, like, puffy, shiny, I don't know what you call them, kind of like, they're just, they're stickers, bling. They're kind of like little bling. So I just put a little tab of some animal bling in here. I want to, you can that was either given to me or I want to share, whichever, whatever. Same thing for the napkin. Somebody shared this with me, and I do have more of these kind of things where, you want to remember to share. Yes. Oh, yes. I did mention you, Vicky, when I showed my animal rubber stamps earlier, right before you came in. I said, and I have a Vicky BR alligator. Yes, it's a little alligator. Okay. Then the other thing here, this is one of those old Smashbook products that I got on clearance at Michael's. I like the envelope. I like the way it looked, but it had a zebra on it. So, stuff I'm hooked on. So what I put in here, let me open this up, are the stickers that, again, remember I told you last week that Denise had got all kinds of stickers for me at a yard sale. I considered fish, crabs, and all that in the animals, Eileen. And I said earlier I did not include birds because birds and some other things are going to be in a separate folder, but I'm not going to say what yet because, it's down the road. But if you want to make, and I said it too, if you want to make a separate folder for fish, I did not do that. I do not have a fish folder set aside for the 12 weeks. But if you want to make a separate folder from your animals and your fish, if you want to do separate folders for that, like I said, the more folders you want to make with your topics, the better. Because you're going to enjoy making your file folder decorations, based on things you like. If you like, flamingos a whole lot, you'll make a whole file folder fodder of flamingos. Eileen. Okay. Okay, so anyway, so Denise had got me all these little stickers that somebody who did a lot of sticker sneezes back in the day, I guess. I mean, these are really old. They're like Miss Grossman and some of the old stickers. Hey, Debbie. Some of the old, and speaking of sticker sneeze, Debbie and I had a sticker sneeze war on Facebook last night. But I finally had to go to bed and I conceded that she won the sticker war. Anyway, so these are all different stickers that Denise had given me. Some are half used, different bits and parts. There's some fish ones, roost. I mean, just all kinds of animals. And so I had all tons of these. So I just said, well, with the file folders that I make, I'm going to have an envelope every week with stickers that I have sitting around and put them in some kind of a pretty envelope or pack or something that I want to keep them in. And that will be in the given because I'll share these as well. So, somebody might, need some, anyway, happy mail and all that I send out. So that is the file folder fodder week 2 animals that I have just tied up with a pretty tiger ribbon. Again, you can just put a rubber band around it if you want. It's going to depend on how you end up filing these, whether it's in a box with some tabs or use the tab that's on your edge already. I close it up so that nothing falls out, but you could also keep the tab up and just staple and or glue your tab area shut and still keep the tab up. I just use the tab for closing it up, but if you leave the tab up, then you could just write on that tab animals, nature, or whatever. And yeah, so that's week 2. So again, I hope y'all are enjoying doing the file folder fodder. It's nothing complicated, and I said that at the get-go. It's easy. There's nothing complicated about just collecting things based on a theme. However, make sure and look for sometime this week, look for Packer Dye's decorated folder. I don't see her here. She's running kids back and forth to school and stuff. So, but she posted a 2-part YouTube video on nature, and so we'll see what she does with the animal theme in her videos. And again, I'll put a link to Packer Dye's YouTube channel in my description. And one last thing before I stop this section, and let me get the link for you here. I came across, well, actually, she got in contact with me on Facebook and was asking me some questions and told me that she had done, let me pause that, get the link so y'all can go to it. Her name is Karen Burchill, and she's kind of like a newbie on social media and stuff, but she has okay, why didn't it paste? There we go. Let's see here. There's her link, and her name is Karen Burchill. And what she did with the folders, she made a legacy folder, which she said that the whole legacy idea is somebody else's, and she mentions that person in her video too. So she's linking on to somebody that does legacy. So, but she made a legacy folder with dates, names, and all that. So there's the link to her channel there, to that video. So look up Karen Burchill, and again, I will put her link as well as Packer Dyes in this video description. So check them both out. It's just a cool other idea for using file folder and keeping information in them and decorating. She decorated it all up. It's a legacy folder. She got the names and the dates and all the information. So it's just really cute, a great idea. So y'all check out her. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. I'm not leaving here, guys. So just hang loose for a minute while I save this. And we'll be right, and I'll see you on whatever else we're going to do today. So enjoy the fall folders, guys.